Hello everyone! As you may already know, Nigel, Ivan, and I are currently absent due to our work for work immersion. And as much as we would like to discuss our critique together, as you can see, Nigel and Ivan are not inside my bedroom. So, I'd like to introduce you guys to MS Paint Joel, MS Paint Nigel, and MS Paint Ivan. Say hello, you guys!
Hi.
Without further ado, we will now begin our critique for our subject, Contemporary Arts.
Take it from here, MS Paint Gang.
For our national artist, we chose Maestro Ryan Cayabyab, a highly esteemed Filipino composer and conductor who received such a title in 2018. In 1991, Cayabyab and his band, The Smoky Mountain, released a classic in Filipino music, gaining widespread popularity both in the Philippines and internationally, and it was entitled The Coconut Nut Song. Before we discuss the music, let us have a listen.
The coconut nut is a giant nut. If you eat too much, you get very fat. Now, the coconut nut is a big, big nut, but this delicious nut is not a nut. It's the cocoa fruit. It's the cocoa fruit of the cocoa tree. Of the cocoa tree. From the cocoa palm family.
We have split this critique into 5 different parts, namely the intro, an analysis in music theory. The Coconut Nut Song is written in the key of D flat major. In the Coconut Nut Song, the 3 most important chords, which were built off the 1st, 4th, and 5th scale degrees, are all major chords, namely D flat major, G flat major, and A flat major. The use of these major chords results in an upbeat and light melody, as these are typically correlated with happiness in Western culture. The Coconut Nut is written in 144 beats per minute with a time signature of 4 beats per bar, which is played at this speed and in this way. This is evident in how the song layers multiple voices of the choir into one harmonious song.
Not a nut, it's the cocoa fruit. It's the cocoa fruit of the cocoa tree. Of the cocoa tree.
The Coconut Nut Song radiates happiness and harmony through its clever musical choices. Set in the major key with a relatively upbeat tempo, the song instantly captures a cheerful and optimistic vibe. The polyphonic texture, featuring multiple intertwining melodies, also adds a layer of complexity and depth. Together, these elements create a joyful and harmonious musical experience that makes the Coconut Nut Song a delightful
Word or phrase is repeated at the beginning of successive clauses, sentences, or paragraphs. Could be found emphasizing and creating a rhythmic effect, making the song more memorable and impactful. An example of an anaphora could be found in the chorus with the repeated use of the phrase the cocoa.
Not a nut, it's the cocoa fruit. It's the cocoa fruit of the cocoa tree. Of the cocoa tree. From the cocoa palm family.
Misnomers. Misnomers is a term or name that is inaccurate, misleading, or incorrectly applied. It is a situation where the name or label of something doesn't accurately reflect its characteristics or use. Examples of misnomers are French fries, it's not really French, butterfly, it's not made of butter, and guinea pig, it's not a pig. Misnomers add a fun touch to an already exciting song. The biggest example of a misnomer in the song could be found in verse 1 in the chorus. The lyrics portray the coconut nut as a giant nut. Despite being called a nut, the song notes that it's not true nut botanically, as they are classified as drupes. Puns. A pun is a form of wordplay that exploits multiple meanings of a term or the fact that there are words that sound similar but have different meanings. Puns are often used for humor or to create a clever and witty effect in language. And Ryan Cayabyab enjoyed adding puns such as homonyms or similar sounding words to the song, as can be seen in verses 1 and 4 with nut N-U-T and not N-O-T in verse 1, would W-O-O-D and would W-O-U-L-D in verse 4. The lack of metaphors and similes. Also, the Coconut song uses a lot of figures of speech that include wordplay. The song utilizes little to no similes nor metaphors. The song keeps its vocabulary simple. It does not rely too heavily on deep, sophisticated words that contain hidden meaning. Instead, it presents its main idea in a literal sense, which emphasizes its lighthearted and humorous quality.
Celebrates the simplicity and beauty of nature, highlighting the resourcefulness and versatility of the coconut tree. It is a proclamation of the Filipinos' love for music and the simple things in life and the resilience for whatever life brings.
When we think of historical Filipino national artists or national artworks, we usually relate them to works that are grandiose or deep.
But the Coconut song proves otherwise.
It proves that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and this idea shows the true essence of art.
Art isn't created just to look pretty or nice, because art is created to make you feel. In the next clip, which shows a performance of the Coconut song in Venice, Italy, just take a listen at the laughter and applause of these grown adults who paid to watch a professional ensemble sing this otherwise childish song. The Coconut Nut, a simple yet humorous song created by Maestro Ryan Cayabyab, shows that this sentiment is true for any kind of art.